Welcome back to the videos. Today we are going to be putting together my front suspension in my G35 Coupe. We've got brakes, new ball joints, lower control arms, pretty much everything. So we're just going to go up there and put it together. Just a little point of reference on how long this has been sitting. Get a good layer of dust on here, man. A little knife. Nice parts here. It's some nice turned brake rotors. I went ahead and got new ball joints, all new hardware. These lower control arms. Obviously the new brake pads. And the rear lower arms. And then went ahead and painted these calipers just because they were like purple and all weird types of colors. So now they're nice and black. It's fucking bent. I went ahead and measured from this top hat right here down to the top of that wheel bearing, and it is in fact an inch bent down compared to this side. This side is completely normal. So on this side, we're touching the tire. So we're looking at maybe that much compared to like that much on the other side. It's a little confusing, especially how I'm explaining it. But then I traded some AME Shallons. You can look them up if you want. They were pretty nice, but I think these are nicer. Yeah, this silver is better than the other silver. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get this entire thing put together. Alright, so as you can see, these are the old decrepit brake pads that have been on warped rotors. Honestly, there's still a lot there, but I just went ahead and got some since they're really not that expensive. So let's go ahead and get these. Let's go ahead and pull these out. You can see the old owner painted over them. Actually, the black paint is me, but this is what the calipers used to be like. This sort of purple, weird. Alright. Shit. Perfect. So now we're good to clean this out and go ahead and reinstall the new brakes and brake pads. Some grease in there. Go ahead and shut your calipers. Now, where's this little guy? I want to find this slide pin and, you know, put it back together the exact same way you took it apart. Alright, so we have the next brake pad done, ready to go. It's all lubed up, new pads, all tight. So now we are going to go ahead and install these coilovers. So yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so just put these up here. Let's go ahead and take these off. Alright, so we've just gone ahead and installed the coilover. Now we gotta come up here and finish putting on the rest of these bolts. Alright, so we got those all on. We also have our coilover on. Beautiful. Now, next thing on the list, we're gonna go ahead and take this arm off because got some brand new ones. And in order to do so, I have every bolt except for this little subframe right here, so I'm gonna have to drop that on either side. So yeah. Alright, so I went ahead and I dropped the cross member, or not a cross member, it's a brace. So here you can see the old ones versus the new one. So I went ahead and did this on this side too. Got that all out of here. Subframe is dropped just a little bit. And then I also went ahead and undid the tie rod end. Got that pulled out of the knuckle, and along with this speed sensor. So I'm going to go ahead and get that out of there. I'll put that over there. And then go ahead and put the bolt back in. Back into the... And there we have it. It's off the car. Going to take this to the junkyard tomorrow morning and go ahead and exchange it for one that isn't bent, because this is bent and was causing some issues. Also, the wheel bearing has tiniest little bit of play in it, so it'll just be good. I'll get a whole new one of those. And then we can start reinstalling everything. They have these little seats on them, on the ball joints. And this is on pretty much every ball joint. I already have put new ones on these ones. But you're going to have to go take this and put it in some sort of pulley. I just used a crank pulley. And I went ahead and pulled them off. And you can just seat them on the new ones. And when you bolt it down, it'll really seat it. But you're going to have to go ahead and swap those over. As you can see, the brand new ones don't come with any. So I actually need to go ahead and install this coilover as well. I kind of forgot, got distracted, and pulled the rest of the stuff out. So we're going to go ahead and install this coilover. Alright, so next thing up, I'm going to be reinstalling my adjustable upper camber arms and put in the lower control arm. Alright, so it's a new day. I've went ahead and I went to the junkyard. I got the new spindle for the passenger side. I've also ordered the lower control arm ball joint seats. So now if we come over here, look at that. Alright, so we've got pretty much everything together. We've got the brakes on, we've got the lower control arms on, and we've gotten pretty much everything torqued together except for that top nut. Alright, so we're going to be going ahead and putting on these rear wheels now, since I still have the stocks on, so let's go ahead and get that done.
I've been in a corner, watching your love, give it to a catalyst, 19 in the ocean, jumping over, shore break,
Alright, so we're back out here with the G. It has been a couple days since the last clip. I've gone ahead and I've put everything suspension wise back together. I was actually waiting on another one of these, which is the ball joint that sits in the top of my adjustable camber arms. As you can see, there's all those holes to adjust. So the threads on this, literally brand new ball joint, were pretty fucked. So I went ahead and I contacted them. They sent me out a whole brand new ball joint, so I just went ahead and threw that on. So this is the ball joint I'm talking about, and as you can see, we've got the new one on, we've got the new hardware, and everything's good in the hood. So everything is good, everything is torqued properly. Gonna do some bolt checks one more time before I fully put it on the ground and drive it. But the next thing on the list actually happens to be what plugs into this wire right here. Here is the plug for the upstream 6-wire O2 sensor that goes before your catalytic converters. This one is actually, on my car, was a 4-wire O2 sensor in the place of the 6-wire, so gonna go ahead and get that swapped around to a 6-wire. This 6-wire O2 sensor is in the right place and everything plugs in just fine. I've already made sure of it. So right here is my Y pipe and my cats. I need the O2 sensors that go in there. So I've already ordered up those. Those are on the way. And then while it's out, I ground down these welds that I did while it was in the car. And I'm going to go ahead and go over that again and make sure it's really sealed this time, because there was definitely a leak. Not big, but enough to hear, enough to notice. So gonna definitely get that taken care of. But yeah, everything's smooth sailing so far. These wheels look amazing. What's up? So it's been quite a long time. The car has been down for like a month and a half. I did a lot of things to it. Made my interior black. There's another video on my channel about that. You should go check that out. So in that time, I've also done the knock sensor harness, ignition coils, spark plugs, and the intake gaskets. And I did all that because I had a knock sensor code. So I no longer have a knock sensor code. Everything is all good to go. No more misfires. She runs good. So now it's time to test out the suspension. So tomorrow morning I'm going to go ahead, look over everything, make sure everything's tight, and we're going to go ahead and take it for a drive and see how it feels. Alright, so we're going to take this on a little drive, see how the suspension feels. What's up? Oh, I just scraped. Sheesh, feels good today. And like a little knock in the rear suspension. That's going to be the coilovers. I need to go ahead and definitely fix those. Or just get a new set, honestly. Feels good. There is still like a slight wheel bearing noise on this side, and then there's also the coilover that I need to fix. That was silly. What are the odds of that? Look, Braden. There's Braden's car. Do a little launch in front of his house. Woo! Sounds good too. Well, she kind of spun both of them. Got a lot more here than over here, but they both spun for us. So yeah, overall, it did really good. I think I do, in fact, need coilovers really bad. The one in the back is clanking away. Before it felt like I was driving a boat. Now it feels like I'm driving a planted boat. So, yeah.